Sustainable development, social reform,
As Palestinian participated in this conference, I think it's easy and nice to sit and talk about this region, the development, economy, scenario for the future, but the hard reality we should take care about.
I want to concentrate here on the advocacy component of the Global Changemakers program. In this component, we want to help young people of the Arab region to speak out in their own interest. Through the program, we're going to help empower young people with knowledge and skills so that they form an informed cadre of young advocates speaking out effectively in the interests of all young people of the region, in forums whether they're local, national and international. And we hope that these young advocates will be able to influence decision makers so that they act more transparently and accountably and inclusively when they're making choices about policies, rules, regulations, choices about budgets and the way resources are allocated. And we believe that better decisions will have a positive impact for the lives of all young people in the Arab region. That's the heart of advocacy. So, in the advocacy component of the Global Changemakers, we have a list of objectives. First of all, we want to transfer knowledge and skills so that young people are better equipped to have effective voices. We're also going to help create a shared regional institutional platform where young people can speak out. We want to make sure that this platform recognizes diverse voices, where young people come together, they share, they exchange, and they learn from each other, and they broaden their own horizons to realize and recognize the diversity within the region. We're working in partnership with youth NGOs, and through this program, we hope to strengthen the national and regional institutions so that they also play a stronger role in helping young people speak out for themselves. Through the program, we're going to help create linkages between these young advocates and policy-making forums.
As Palestinian youth participated in this conference, I think
I represent the Yemeni delegation. It has been a great opportunity to participate in this forum. It was great to hear all these leaders speak up about our concerns, the youth concerns.
Through meetings at the World Economic Forum, the young people get a chance to meet face-to-face with decision makers and to advocate in their own interests. And we think it's important as well that the British Council plays a role in sensitising the decision makers so that they recognise the importance of young people's voices and that they respect them and that they respond when the young people do present their views. We hope that by bringing young people together between the 16 countries, we can help them recognise that in many ways they share common causes. We want to help create a critical mass across the region looking for positive change and a better society. We believe that these young advocates will play a major role in that process. Now, we've already explained that there are going to be regional themes and that every country will decide on its own national focus and also the actions that they wish to take. In the advocacy component, the kind of actions that we think the young people may choose to do are, for example, attending local meetings with decision makers. That could be a meeting in a community centre, a meeting at a school, a meeting with the mayor, with the Directorate of Education. We think that young people should be writing letters to leaders, to the newspaper, putting forward their own advocacy claims. We imagine that in some countries, young people may want to organise and present petitions showing how many young people support the views and opinions that they are putting forward. We also think it's important that young people have a good relationship with the media, with the press, that they issue briefings, that they write press releases, so that far more people have an understanding of how strongly young people do feel about issues that affect their lives. In each of the countries, we believe that there are many local debates that the young advocates can join. And we hope that through the support that we will give them, they will be better informed. They will be able to draw on relevant data so that they back up their claims. We want them to draw on research findings, including the research findings of the Global Changemakers Network. We all recognise that advocacy is quite a skilled activity. Already, some of the young people have identified the kind of skills that they want to gain through this programme. They want to learn about public speaking, how to present their case efficiently and effectively. The young people themselves recognise that part of advocacy is learning the art of diplomacy. They recognise that when they speak out in a forum, like the World Economic Forum, they have to understand protocol. They have to understand how to speak effectively to leaders. Part of the skills of an advocate are the skills of negotiation, of lobbying and persuading, and the young people were very keen that we provide training courses in these areas. We recognise that not all young people are comfortable speaking out in public forums, but that doesn't mean that they can't be effective advocates. The young people who've attended the preparatory workshop in Doha also recognise that some of them would use different kinds of media, print, drama, theatre, music, many ways of communicating their advocacy messages. And some of the training will help them in this area, especially using new technologies, using the internet, using Facebook, using social networking. Many of the young people also recognise that it's important to understand the legal framework, how laws that affect youth are made, how policies are made, so that they can understand how better to influence these decisions and to change the policies. So, as part of the advocacy component of Global Changemakers, we hope to be holding an induction programme about the core skills of advocacy so that each of the national groups has a basic understanding of advocacy and can use these skills for their activities throughout 2009.